Hey everybody, it's Matt. I want to give a quick update to everyone's favorite question to ask a realtor at a cocktail party, and that's how's the market? And so I wanted to add just some data here because I'm a big nerd, and I thought I'd articulate it as if you had just called me on the phone so I can kind of explain a little bit. And I'm going to try to keep this concise as best I can. So essentially, what you'll see in the data, either above or below this little message, is that we have closed sales that are relatively on par. They're on the lower end of what we typically see, but they're not horrible. We just went through a period of several years where they were outstanding. We were just dealing with an incredible bull run in the real estate market. And so what you'll also see is the number of pendings, they have trended down. So number of sales overall pendings are down, as well as the closed sales. You'll also notice that active listings, the available inventory, we call it, to select from as a buyer, is up. These are the highest they've been in 5 years. And so you have more choice as a buyer. You also have more competition when it's time for you to sell. You'll also see the months of supply. It's another key indicator. That's if we stopped adding any additional homes to the market and we had to sell everything essentially in our store. As a realtor, the available inventory is my store. It's my storefront. And so you have about 2.5 months of inventory at this current rate of sales to get through everything we have on the shelf. And so what we have typically seen in the last couple of years, it's less than 2 months, which, by the way, is crazy. That is very limited supply. A balanced market is closer to 6 months. So the purpose of this little video is to let you know that depends on what news broadcast you choose to listen to. They're all pretty much doom and gloom at this point, let's be honest. However, overall, we're actually really strong in real estate, specifically in our mid-Atlantic area. We are in a little bit of a bubble and consistently have been. And so sales overall are still strong. They're just weaker than they have been in the last couple years. However, it is still a really good time to sell, historically speaking. And rates have stabilized. They've gone down some. You'll see they're in the low sixes for super qualified folks. They're actually in the fives, like upper fives. So that's about what we are seeing right now. So overall, is it the best time in the history of the United States to buy? It was a few years ago, not quite at the moment. However, it's still way better than a traditional market that we've experienced, let's say, over the last 100 years. So it's all essentially a matter of perspective. And remember, this is pretty much our mid-Atlantic, that greater Baltimore metro area that I'm discussing. And so if you have a specific question about your particular home or an area you're interested in, just reply to this email, give me a call. This is all I do. This is all I talk about. I annoy friends, family, and everyone else. So you're not bugging me. Feel free to reach out. I'm happy to assist any way I can. Hopefully a little bit of data made your day a little brighter. It's gloomy outside. See you guys.